Welcome back, everybody. Everyone needs an Aquarius. We are back. We are back. What is going on, Dom? You telling me about your dog throwing up? Pax okay.
Pax is okay. She just got a third birthday card from Chewy for a 20% off discount. Her birthday's coming up. So I was like, look at Pax getting birthday cards, and I don't even get birthday cards.
She's a Leo, huh?
No, my child's a Virgo.
Don't do that. You know my daughter's a Virgo. Don't do that.
Listen.
Don't do that.
Special.
But don't do that. Don't do that. You know,
special. Like I said what I said. But life is good. King of the Hill is back. They dropped the full season on.
Yeah, so the full season is already out. I mean, I saw the advertisement.
I'm shocked that they dropped the full season. I just thought it was going to be 2 episodes and they was going to drop it weekly. But I guess this gives people the opportunity to do a rewatch and get numbers, all of that, because 10 episodes, I'm gonna need for them to come back with like 20.
Most of the season's been like 20 to 30, right? The old school season.
The old season was like 20, like around 20. And then some seasons it would be like odd number. So the interesting thing about this is I believe they did at least the voicing actually a couple years ago.
Right, because the brother that just passed away, he's in there though too, right?
Yeah, so John Redcorn is only in 2 episodes, if I'm not, it's like 2 or 3. And it's not like they didn't have episodes centered around him and Nancy like they have in the past. But I'm waiting for it to come up. Joseph, which is their love child that thinks he is Dale's child, said something like, oh, as a white man to Bobby and like Bobby's co-worker. And the guy looks at Bobby and Bobby is like, hey, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. But it was so witty. It's so well written. The animation on it is completely different. I feel like a lot of stuff because they use computers now to do a lot of that stuff. Because I think it was up until like season 8 or 9 that they were actually still hand drawing King of the Hill, and then they went the computer route, I think, after that. So now it kind of reminds me of what is Archer?
Archer.
Yeah, so the like this how the visually how it looks. It reminds me.
Oh, it looks like Archer. Okay.
Yeah, it reminds me of that. It doesn't look exactly like Archer, but yeah. So it's just interesting. So it's really good. So I'm happy. King of the Hill definitely have commented on my King of the Hill post, so I feel seen. And then Pamela Adlon, who voices Bobby, actually I didn't tag her in the post or anything, so she had to search the hashtag. So she reshared my reel from Comic-Con.
Oh,
so I have a lot of engagement on that post views because of that. And I just sent her a message, which she probably won't receive, that I was gagged, like I'm fangirling. So yeah, that was really cool. But I have another King of the Hill post. I'm gonna tag her in it so she can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like an old post.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, still. I was like, oh, maybe she'll see this. So yeah.
Man, yeah, shout out to her, man.
So that's it. How are you, friend?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain, man. People have been hitting me up like, what the hell am I wearing a cowboy hat for? And people that don't listen to full episodes understand why.
Exactly. And you better not tell them why. You got to watch the episode to find out.
But no, everything's been cool, man. I can't complain, man. One of my projects I'll release and talk about later started shooting this past weekend. So yeah, man.
Wait, it did?
Yeah, just some principal shooting. Nothing major.
Okay, so no. I'm still not too late.
No. End of October is like that. This is like,
because I was about to say.
No, this is like, stuff like shooting, like, principal shooting of like areas, stuff like that.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So like location scouting.
Mm-hmm.
So we might have a conflict.
What do you mean? Why we might have a conflict?
Because we might have a conflict where I may or may not be able to.
Oh, okay. With the other thing we had talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, it's all good. We'll bum rush this set.
Yeah,
I'll be like, hey man, I got something when you really want to film. Let's get it renegade.
Damn, I really want to do that.
Hey, look, it's all good.
I wonder when we'll know. Okay, let's figure it out because I have that on my list to do because I wanted to get that to you. This week. I also have to watch Django. So let's continue.
You have to watch Django. Is that a person's name?
No, it's a movie about Quentin Tarantino.
I'm saying you've never seen the movie Django. Hold on. You never seen Django?
So, welcome to another episode of Everyone is Aquarius. I'm your host.
I need to go through a list of other movies now. A black movie. Have you seen Roots?
Well, yes.
I mean, I don't know. at this point.
That is also, Toby. Yes, I know who Toby is.
Yeah, Toby is a pop culture reference. Have you seen Roots?
Yes, but it's been a long time. But I have seen Roots. Alex Haley.
Yeah, but have you seen The Next Generation too?
He was like Kunta. He's like they wanted him.
Yeah, everybody knows that part, Dom. You got to give me another character in there. Just one other character.
Doesn't James Earl Jones like?
He's Kunta Kinte. That's the same person.
Yeah. See, I know that.
No. I need another actual character.
Damn, I just got a mosquito bite. I'm trying to think of the girl. But it's also been so long. Kunta, like, look,
this should be a part of your lexicon.
It's a mini series. It's a mini series, and it was so long. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think.
One other character. I didn't say like give me a specific one. Just one.
I'm trying to think. But I was so young when I saw Roots.
Then why have you? They even redid it with T.I. in it.
What?
Yeah, they redid it. What's my boy? Will Packer redid it. It was a mini series on that too on I believe on NBC in like maybe 2019, 2018. He's not a main character. T.I.'s not a main character. He's like a supporting person.
Okay, because I was like, and not that
you haven't even seen that version. I'm saying
No. Okay, so and I want to say this about T.I. because somebody's like T.I. No, y'all not gonna freaking cuss me out about T.I. I stand T.I. I enjoy T.I. as an actor. I enjoyed him in American Gangster. So like, don't do that. I didn't know that was. You know what? No, because it's a running joke. Oh, what's that nigga? That he was also no, because he was also in. Now you gonna make fun of me, but I'm not comparing the two. He was in that Daddy's Little Girl, that Tyler Perry movie, Lou Gossett. Because we got a joke about Lou Gossett, and my sister was saying,
you got to name the character's name, not the person in it. I'm talking about a character, one character.
Okay, I told
his character's name is Fiddler, but name one other character.
I'd say
it's 6 episodes. You can't name one character besides Kunta.
I said, but it was so long ago. But I knew who was in it. I just told you who was in it. I just don't remember the character name.
You ain't got Kizzy. You ain't got Chicken George. I mean,
I don't.
You ain't got Tom. You ain't got. Oh man, there's so many dope characters in that franchise and that movie. Bill.
At the time, I was at a different time in my life, and I had no interest in seeing Django. Like certain things just don't appeal to me.
No, I'm talking about Roots. Fuck Django.
Also, like I said, it was so long ago. I was a kid. I had no interest in rewatching.
They redid it. I'm saying a new version.
Also, who knew that? It
was on major TV. It won an Emmy, I think.
What?
Yeah, that Roots with that Will Packer did. Yes.
Hold on. And why was it called Roots: The Next Generation?
No. That's original. Most Generation is that's deep root stuff that came out in the 70s too. But the Roots with Will Packer came out in 2016. My bad, 2016.
I did not know this was a thing.
Yeah, it was a 4-parter.
I know where I was.
Nicki Minaj Rose in it as Kizzy.
I know where I was in 2016, and I missed this. I did not know that this was a thing.
Yeah, this is it. This is a good Makai Pfeiffer.
You know what? You know what? Maybe I saw. What's the one with the cat that everybody ended up hating, and they had that movie flop where it was about not Overture Tucson. It's the other dude.
You talking about Nate Parker? Nate Parker when he did Nat Turner.
What year was that?
It's around the same time.
Yeah, so I'm getting my slave movies mixed up. Okay, like it's a lot of slave movies happening.
I'm just saying,
my soul is weary and it can only do so much. Okay,
all right, I got you, but I'm just saying.
Hold on. Speaking of Nate Parker, well, I turned on the TV last night because Samsung got all these different channels or whatever, and so Beyond the Lights was on,
which is a good movie.
Which is like an all-star cast. And I feel like people don't talk about that enough.
It's a good movie, man. Okay, hey, that movie's a good movie.
So now I have an interesting question before we get into our topics.
Go ahead.
Now, we've seen cancel culture happen to a Nate Parker, where he really hasn't been able to recover from that. Though he was not found guilty, I know it was the friend that was found guilty, but it's just the association. He was
involved though too. It's like a weird thing, man. Okay. It's one of those very, very weird things because I'm not vulgar, but like very plain Jane when I explain it. Basically, he was messing with a chick. He let his boy come in and try to run a train on her. That's basically the situation.
Yes.
There's more detail. I mean, it's I'm just giving it real simplicity to it. But that's what basically was happening. What happened?
Yes, and so the Jonathan Major situation is not like
nowhere as close as worse as that. For nowhere close.
You say what?
Nate Parks is way worse than me.
Okay, so which we've seen weird things like this happen with others. Do we ever think that there'll be a time where you'll slowly see him again? Because that's been a long time.
Nate Parker or Jonathan
Nate
Major?
Parker.
Man, he married a white woman too. It ain't gonna happen.
Okay, never mind. We ain't have to stay there.
No. I'm being honest with you.
And see, I think what happened I think the situation with the girlfriend, with that chick,
it's not fair. I know it's not fair.
But no, I'm trying to think. If I remember correctly, I feel like the girlfriend at the time when that happened, I think she was black.
No, he's always been a white woman.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something where the girl was like black, because it was mainly black women campaigning against him. Right. So I just was I thought she was black. Okay.
Nah. But it's the fact, you don't have that comfort of the black community,
Yeah.
But that's where you because the thing is though, the Nate's got to build up from the base back up, if that makes sense. He's got to build, and his base ain't fucking with him like that. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying his base is not fucking with him. So it's gonna be hard for you to build up on a mainstream level if the base of black people are not fucking with you. Just or unless you go full on, you gotta go full on maggot in. Like you gotta go fully to the other side of you if you're gonna try to build up from their side. And that's hard to do, most people to swallow to do. To be honest.
Yeah, I think it's saying the last thing. And it's weird because like by the time that kind of even came out, he had already been in stuff because he was in Red Tails or something. Not Red Tails. Yes, he was. And then he was in he got one coming up.
Nate Parker?
It's in pre-production. It's called Battle Thy Seed.
We don't know nothing about it. No disrespect.
But the last thing he was in 2020. It was a short.
Yeah, and he had
that was 2019, and Birth of a Nation was 2016. Beyond
there was another film in between where he played like someone that son gets killed by the cops.
Yeah, American Skin.
There we go. Yep, I haven't seen it though, but I heard it was okay.
Yeah, and he wasn't wasn't really in a lot prior to that. He was in The Great Debaters, The Secret Life of Bees. So yeah, that's just interesting.
Yeah, let's jump into it, Dom.
Okay.
Let's start right off with the fuckery, man. Because I want to like go into more serious stuff as we go along. Nicki Minaj and Des Bryant, yo. Like no, like seriously, Dom. Like this is a serious thing. You were never a barb, right?
No, not like that. I the only
I know
album that I've
that's
listened to
Rhea
cover to
used to be a
cover was
barb.
like the Pink Print, with the one with the Feeling Myself song on there.
Yeah, I think that was I think Rhea's what used to be the barb.
Oh no, I grew up.
What if DOC never got into that car accident? What if Ice Cube didn't leave NWA? What if the Game never leaves G Unit? What if Teddy Riley never moves to Virginia? What if we got that J. Cole and Kendrick album? What if the RZA would have never had that flood? How would the hip hop world sound today? Welcome to Hip Hop What Is, the podcast where we dive into the biggest what could have beens in hip hop history. From iconic album delays to game-changing partnerships that never happened, we reimagine the culture we love and explore its alternative paths. And you are now at Hip Hop What Is.
I mean, I'm a Lil' Kim fan, so I'm not a barb.
Like,
which is kind of where you see that stan culture kind of come into play, like the divisiveness.
no, it starts with the Beyonce.
No. Where it is like this mainstream thing between Barb's and Lil' Kim. You see that we see it what it is now. I feel like that's the first time where it was like you couldn't like both if there's a clear line of division, at least for female artistry in as we know it now. Like you can't be a carb. I don't know. I don't know what Cardi B carb Prince, so it's easy to call them carbs. I think that's what they carbs. It's
no,
like you can't,
no, hers are called no, they're not called the carbs. They're called the
what are they? Barty gang?
Barties. The Barties.
Okay.
Yeah. Not Barbies, the Barties are
yeah, I feel like I kind of like carbs better. That's just fine. I like carbs. I really enjoy carbs. Bread is good. But you can't, it's like you can't be both. And it's like, oh, but Nicki Minaj got songs I like, Cardi got songs I like. And they were like, no, it's either or. When Lil' Kim, when the beef happened, and it wasn't something that, it wasn't like Lil' Kim was like, oh, this bitch coming out trying to steal my persona, blah, 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 blah. That started with Nicki Minaj. And it was like this vivid line is in the sand. It is visible. We're going to not even say sand. We're going to say concrete. It's imprinted. where the divisiveness has happened amongst these two people. And then it just trickles down decade to decade now. So I don't know. We've spoken about Nicki Minaj so much recently, whether it be here or in private, you're having conversations. But the main thing remains the same. Is everybody is questioning her mental health. What is going on? Because you're now going back 2 weeks ago, it was SZA. Again, SZA didn't mention you. She said Mercury is in retrograde, blah, blah, blah. And then it becomes this thing. Now, Des Bryant is talking about his issue or whatever, clearing the air about stuff. Now you're inserting yourself.
Yeah, because Jerry Jones brought him up in discussing Michael Parsons, who is a defensive end that is renegotiating with and he's holding out right now with the Dallas Cowboys. People don't understand because people don't understand where people like just taking her side don't even know where this even coming from because it make no sense that she inserted herself in it.
It doesn't make any sense because when I saw what was happening, Hold on. Can you just start with the first tweet?
Yeah, hold on.
I'm like, let's just start with the first tweet so y'all know that we are not being dramatic and making this up.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna read the timeline here. Let's see. Let's go. All right. Let's go to Black Publication. Let's give them a click. All right. So it starts out. So Des Bryant goes, Jerry Jones, I don't think it's smart to mention my name. I kept quiet about a lot of unfair shit on some G shit. We can have a story time if that's what we are doing. So then Nicki Minaj decides to go, hold on, let me. So she decides, she just jumps off the window. She just comes out of nowhere. And she says,
We don't say jump out the window. I know where you was headed. Yeah, she jumped out the window.
Hey, it's Nicki Minaj. How about we play a game? Every time you do a Jerry Jones or NFL story time, I'll do a story time of my own. And then she has the I want to play a game on there from Saw. Let's play a game. So that's what starts there.
Okay.
Then she makes a follow-up post from that. She didn't give him time. All my stories will be about Rock Nation, Jay-Z, and the alleged racist Desiree Perez, Rock Nation CEO. I hope you fully understand the rules. It's your turn. And then she has the little riding bike, the guy from little puppet from Saw riding through there. So give you guys framework.
So Des Bryant responds with the video.
Leave me out of it. I don't want no problems. I'm a huge fan. I hope you're having a great day.
So, and like you said before, Nicki Minaj can't just say just in general, just can't do anything at all. If somebody responds, like you said, he shouldn't have responded at all. I'm so happy you brought this up. Oh, hold on. No. It was another Des Bryant thing before that.
He said, I'm a fan of Mrs. Minaj. I'm not playing games with her or getting in her business.
So, yeah. So then this one goes, I'm so happy you brought this up. I'll give you 10. Oh, no. He called her. This is.
Oh, no. I got the thread. I got you, boo.
Okay.
I got you, friend.
Because this one before this one where he was like, look here, bitch.
Oh, yeah. So, no. Oh, no. It takes a second to get there. So he ends up saying, I could give some wild cowboy stories. I'm thinking about Nicki Minaj. And then he was like, he knows Barbie is dangerous. This video is firing me. So he's just laughing. He was like, when he said, leave me out of it, a Barb responded and said, nah, you involved now. And he was like, no, I'm not. And said, so Spank Horton, y'all know he works. He's one of the red cup plastic cup boys. Mm-hmm. He said, she just wants you to tell your Jerry Jones stories. That's all. So he laughs at it. So she said, it's Mrs. Petty. This just came across my desk from 2020.
Stop right there, though. The idea she said this came across her desk. That means that like you didn't already say something and someone was talked about you. You already inserted yourself.
Right. He said, I guess you're the one. Guess you're one of the guinea pigs they've been using to bully people for them. Did you think I came over here to play tweetsies with your silly ass, sir? See, the problem with people who are always playing is that they think everyone else is playing too. I mind my business if I were you. Be blessed. And then it's a photo of like a headline, like an article from 2020, February 5th, 2020. Des Bryant gets blasted by Nicki Minaj for jumping in beef with, I guess that was Cardi B. Girl, if you don't, girl. So he responded to that. Go enjoy your day. Now, mind you, people are now instigating and saying, you scared of that? It's no way. He said, I ain't scared of shit. I'm not doing all this internet shit. I have respect for her and I would rather keep it that way. She got it. Like, hey, I'm bowing out. I'm bowing, So somebody said, I just turned just turned the phone off for 24 hours, bro. This shit will be endless. He said, I'm not bothered one bit. I don't give a fuck. She got personal issues she's dealing with. I pray she gets through whatever got her fucked up in the head. So mind you, I want to let y'all know this was 48 hours ago. This is still ongoing. So he posted a video. I'm not playing this 4-minute video, by the way. He's in a restaurant eating, talking. He said, how did I get caught up in the madness? But I want people to love me the way that they love Nicki. Real talk. So she said, go beat your mom. And then asked Desiree Perez and Jay-Z why they've allegedly been the vile cunts they've been to so many Black people while lining their own pockets and weaponizing racism in order to keep Black people blinded from their truth. Why wasn't Desiree pardoned by Donald Trump, publicized to the Black community and hip hop culture the way Lil Wayne's was? Huh? Did she repay the president for that monumental blessing, or did she betray him the way Jay-Z allegedly betrayed the Democratic Party and countless others he's had business dealings with? On second thought, don't beat your mom. I'm sure she loved you once. This tweet is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Anyway, Barbs. So she is... I mean, he retweeted it with this. He said, say bitch. I didn't go to
hold on. That's the tweet I was looking for. And look, I'm not a proponent of calling a woman out of their name at all. But when somebody been getting hit up like that, like getting, and somebody start out with say bitch, like they're serious business.
Like you about to get these hands. So it says, say bitch. I didn't go to jail or touch my mama. I was defending myself. I removed her nails from my skin. Folks know I was dealing with some corrupt shit in Dallas. I don't get how you can even be on the internet with your sex offender ass husband. You said you were speaking facts, weird hoe. So come on. So he screenshots and posts a picture of Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, sentenced to 1-year house arrest. So they said, now it's Barbs, like you did go to jail. You was charged with family violence. You had to complete counseling and anger management. He said, I really didn't go to jail. It was some corrupt shit. Jerry Jones knows, and I was keeping it playing for all these years. Not you justify and putting your hands on your mama. You remove nails, but you can't remove the contradiction from your story. So he was like, I stand on business. I don't have nothing to lie about. If I did those things, I should be in jail. So everybody is like, he's responding now to Barbs that are harassing him because, they love to come for people. And he was like, so Nicki Minaj says, I'm so happy you brought this up. I'll give you $10 million in cash if you come and fight him since you beat your own mom. He was lied on 31 years ago while both of them were 16, and there's proof. That's why they couldn't get that money they desperately needed and sued for. Mind you, that's not true.
I thought she won a lawsuit. The young lady.
The lady did, but then she had to appear. They had to they have another court date.
Okay.
So Des followed up and said, I've been lied on my whole career, so I'm not trying to hear all of that shit. I thought we were speaking.
Oh no, you missed some stuff.
No,
she brought in Meg for no reason.
Huh?
You didn't see the part where she brought in Meg for no reason?
No, but so she didn't say that to him. I'm seeing where he replied to her.
Oh no, you got to read. So I'm reading a full tweet from her. So it says, when they said, now on the other hand, was beating your mother off. Bigfoot has a brand new weird case as an adult. I don't even understand why she had something to do with that. Jay-Z dodging a paternity test that be proved he fucked a teen as an adult. Desiree Pierce beating her daughter and calling her black son-in-law a nigger with the hard R. And then she puts with a hard R too. As an adult, falsely had her own daughter institutionalized as an adult, lied and said her child was on drugs as an adult. This cheat is allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. As a matter of fact, let me go call President Trump and ask for a pardon like Desiree Perez did. Next, I will go into the casino stuff. So she's trying to talk about Jay-Z with his new casino stuff. Des Bryant booty hole allegedly leaks as an adult. Should I start my story time now?
Like, girl, you look insane. Like I always tell people, you want to talk all of this you got Twitter fingers. You got money. You offering $10 million for this guy to come and beat your nigga ass. Go get that to a lawyer and take these people to court. You know what I mean? Like this is, girl, go get your money. If these niggas owe you money and you feel like you're deserving of so much and XYZ, girl, take these niggas to court. Because what else we talking about? We don't have nothing else to talk about. You look crazy and miserable. And you've been like this for a long time. And I think what's happening now, I said, it's really weird how this person is the same, like the common denominator. You got Mariah Carey that don't fuck with you. You know, you did the weird thing to Lil' Kim. All these young and up, you know, the rap girlies don't fuck with you like that. So what are we talking about? You know, like, go put out a bomb ass album. And you say that to somebody, like I got a homeboy that's a barb. And I'm just like, listen, fuck this. At the end of the day got to end. And she got a studio in her fucking house. Go record a diss track. Go do something else with your time. But I could tell you one thing that is facts. Your husband can't come to motherfucking Disney World with you. I can tell you what is facts. You can't live within 25 feet of a school.
Also, her brother too, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a weird pattern here. Y'all talking about, we didn't have to pay them.
I only want to talk about. I do want to talk about that. But I think the worst part is that she tried to make her husband go fight an NFL 6'3", 6'4" athlete.
Like this is
like you didn't offer him up to get his
and like he said, hey, bring that shit. You know, I can do that for 10 million cash. I'll stump that nigga out right in front of you.
I think he'll like 5'10", Dom. I think he'll look like 5'10", little stocky 5'10", and Des Bryant is solid 6'4", like 220, 230.
I just like, how did you get here?
Unless he might be down with it. Go ahead and do your thing, baby. I bust my gun. I ain't gotta fight them. I bust my gun. I'm from Queens. Maybe. I don't know.
It's just weird. And who says that? Oh, I'll give you 10. Like, we know, like, this is coke behavior.
This is somebody that doesn't have any sponsorship either, though. Like, you literally, like, there's no sponsor that is gonna get behind you acting like this. Like, what sponsor is getting behind you to act like this way? If you're making that money in other avenues, unless your money's dried up and you're just trying to figure out some other way to, maybe you getting paid off these tweets on Elon, because Elon will pay you if you have a certain amount of followers and, you know, all that good stuff. Maybe that's
gotta be, because this doesn't make sense. There's no way, even if I felt like my partner could, that I would even put him in that position.
But my thing is, what 9 out of 10 most people partners can't. Like, I'm just being honest. This dude is a professional athlete.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Like, if I knew that, I'm like, okay, like 75, 50. If he get him in that, you know, in an injured knee, hit him in the right spot.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it just, to me,
it's so many circumstances.
I think there's a serious conversation that we need to have. And it's like, what's really going on, girl? Because you can say that you can feel like you whistleblowing and doing all of this stuff. But at the end of the day, you inserted yourself in a conversation that you were not a part of. And it's been going on for days and y'all are still talking about this. Like I said, I would have just been responding to her. I would have gave her a little bit of, I'm going to pray for you. I would have kept his, I'm going to pray for her, you know, mantra. And then just ignored her and let her continue to talk to herself. Because people like that, you got to let them talk to themselves.
Okay, so supposedly her dude is only 5'7", 170 pounds. Des Bryant is 6'2", 218 pounds. And he's 36 and her husband's 50.
That's
all
you got to get him is one good time in the throat.
Look, man, Des just left the league.
That's what I was to say. He just
So he's still at tip top. Even if he just ate Five Guys every day for 2 years, he's still a decent better shape than a 50-year-old man. You know,
this is just weird, and it's unfortunately it's sad, and people that's what I'm saying. I'm like, y'all allow.
My bad. No, he's 5'11". I'm sorry, he's 5'11", 170. They claim on one other site, so he's somewhere, but still ain't messing with Dez. Then another site say 5'9".
I'm gonna say this. When we had that conversation about people being a resource and, y'all letting people out into the wild, because the world becomes the wild once you leave school and you don't have that structured formatting where, okay, the weirdo, and not that they weirdos, but the people with like interesting quirks are over here and everybody, the other people are over there. You got this group. This is what we get, because this doesn't make any sense. And this has been an ongoing repetitive things. And we talk about personality disorders, sociopathic behavior on top of other substances, elements being involved. This is, it's really sad. Like I never imagined 15, 20 years since she's been in the game that we would even be having conversations like this. But looking back and thinking back, it made me think of this quote from Paternity Court, where the girl was like, he looked like you with them crazy eyes. But you can look at her eyes over the course of her, she'd had them crazy eyes. Like she a little, I'm just saying. But I think that's when social media has allowed us to have access to people and connections with people that we've never met in our lives. It has taken fandom to a whole nother level, because the fact that, people are getting off attacking other people that get into, mind you, she was not a part of these conversations between him or SZA, but you got all of these people that come online and attack people just because you said something. That's crazy. Like all of y'all need to be checked into a mental institution.
Yeah, low
like
key.
y'all need that schizophrenia shot that they get every month to calm the fuck down, because this doesn't make sense.
Let me ask you this, Dom. Low key, do you think that most of these barbs are bots?
They could be
bots. Like, is it make sense?
I mean, they could be bots. I can see that, but part of me, how I have seen people that I know act surrounding her, it's a strong possibility that those are human fingers.
And I'm gonna
that's
put them in the chat though, because I don't want to see it online.
But I don't know. And people talk about the Beehive. Yep. And people talk about the Beehive and say that we are crazy. We stands, and that's the premise behind that whole movie Swarm.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never seen anything like this.
That's because y'all leader. Because the leader of the Beehive isn't unhinged like this. That's why.
But I ain't never. The only time that I feel like I've even tweeted something about, regarding Beyonce or whatever, could have been something where somebody said something outrageous. And it's like, okay, now you really doing too much. Like when people say, oh, she's in a cult, she sacrificed, blah, blah, blah. I don't even engage in stuff like that. When they say that about artists in general, I just don't engage in stuff like that. I said, because they're genuinely people that are focused, that genuinely work their asses off. And you just get introduced to them when they hit their superstardom. So you're forgetting that when they pull up videos, how long this girl has been in the game. And I'm not taking anything from Nicki Minaj. I think she's a talented person. I would have thought by now at her big age, like, maybe you're not rapping, yeah, you being a mom, but I could, Nicki took acting classes. She was in theater and stuff when she was younger. I would have thought she would have been in movies, or something at this point, because sometimes people age out, the industry changes, whatever, which, I mean, clips have shown us that, hey, you could be whatever age and still drop a bomb ass project. But when you see like certain stuff, but also I'm gonna say this, ladies, this is why I be telling y'all, don't be out here getting dickmatized, because there's no way in hell that you acting this crazy about this nigga. To me, I'm just saying. But that's it.
Yeah, and the main thing though, man, this is whack, to be honest with you, man. The thing, but as we close this part out, man, it's just like it's so much other serious shit going on, and Nicki Minaj out here and she's doing this, and it's the last time I'm talking about this shit, unless you talk about Obama or something directly, or someone I respect directly, like that directly, because this is just lame at the end of the day.
It really is.
It's just lame. It's like seriously lame. All right, let's get into it. Even though you thought we talked about it, we did not. Gilbert Arenas.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, girl.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to, everybody coming to watch, though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey, man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
I swear we talked about
we
it.
talked about on the phone right after it happened, because it happened the day after we recorded last time.
Damn. Okay.
And he gets locked up for running a gambling ring, but he only was renting the home allegedly. But gonna play some here that gives some more contexture to the situation. That'll give us some more insight to it.
Days later, on fire in what several law enforcement sources say they believe was an arson designed to destroy potential evidence. That search on Chandler, court papers say, led to the search of Gilbert Arenas' home in Encino that the indictment unsealed this week says was being used around the same time to host underground gambling events. And the law enforcement sources told NBC4 they believed there was a possible connection between this gambling ring and Heidi Plank's disappearance. They told us associates of the same organized crime group that's the subject of the indictment today were also linked to an illegal gambling room running inside an apartment at a high-rise building in downtown LA. There's no indication Arenas or anyone named in the case today was involved in the downtown poker room. But that building is where Plank was last seen and where her dog was found wandering on an upper floor. The sources told us evidence found at the Chandler search helped build the gambling case charged this week, but it did not help explain Plank's disappearance. She attended her son's football game in Downey that day, left at halftime, and was later recorded by security cameras near the apartment building downtown. Her car was found a week later, parked in a different building's garage. The LAPD said it found forensic evidence at that first apartment building that suggested she died in some kind of incident, and in turn, that led to the Chiquita Canyon landfill, where detectives spent days unsuccessfully searching for her remains.
So
wait, before we get into it, we didn't talk about this here. And I said, dang, this family just can't catch a break because of the son. We didn't say that here. That's so eerie. I'm having deja vu, y'all, like Beyonce. That's so creepy and weird. That's so weird. Okay, but continue.
So this whole thing is like a movie now for Gilbert Arenas. This is a movie. I don't know what he done got himself wrapped into, but this is above a regular nigga's pay grade. I'll tell you that.
Listen.
Because you got missing white women, you got Israeli gangsters, you got Russian gangsters, you got all kind of people outside our pay grade. Like, you ain't supposed to be in these rooms, Gilbert.
So Gilbert Arenas was arrested Wednesday, which was last Wednesday, which would have been the 30th. Gilbert Arenas was arrested July 30th, guys. In connection with a federal indictment that alleges the former NBA star hosted illegal high-stakes poker games at his mansion in Encino, California, which is out in the Valley. According to a release from the United States Attorney's Office of Central California, Arenas is officially charged with one count of conspiracy to operate in an illegal gambling business, one count of operating an illegal gambling business, and one count of making false statements to federal investigators. He appeared in the U.S. District Court on Wednesday afternoon in downtown L.A. and was released on $50,000 bond after pleading not guilty. His trial is scheduled for September 23rd.
And then he came out saying, I'm snitching.
Well, pretty much, but like you said, he's just trying to say, hey,
don't do that with the feds.
Well, right but now, what he's trying to do like
with the feds.
Here's the thing. Honestly, here's the thing. Honestly, after what happened with Diddy, I don't even know no more.
Because, no. But I'll say come back with a vengeance is my point. Don't play with him is my whole point.
But I also told you, I think if that case was out here versus New York, things would have went different.
Totally different. I did tell you he in California now.
But what he's trying to say is, like you said, I just rented these niggas this house. I didn't know what was happening at this house. But the other part of this is when we spoke about this last week offline, which is still crazy. What did I do last week? Because I had a full-on conversation because the bartender, waitresses that were there, they were giving massages. They were also on payroll. So they were getting taxed. So it was just like it was this taxable enterprise. So that's the other thing. And, you know, the laws are very convoluted. So over a certain dollar amount, you playing poker at home, you got to report that. So it's kind of similar to how we talked about what happened with Louis Vuitton, and over a certain dollar amount, you have to report that transaction. So it's like all this paperwork and stuff that you have to fill out, because then I think it's kind of similar maybe to when Americans, when we buy internationally and you have to fill out paperwork for what you bought, and then you get the taxes back.
Yes, so one more thing you missing though, that he was trying to make money up. They got him on tap talking about, can he get some of the REITs, which is like some of the profit off what the house make.
Right.
That's what really stands them up though too. And you talking about, now it'd be different if you just getting just a rent for it, but you talking about I need a percentage off of what's going on for the house.
And that's where they got him jammed up. Absolutely. Because then he was asking, like, sending his money man to like, hey, y'all got to pay him out.
Yep.
So absolutely. It's crazy. It's been a crazy week in the NBA. You know, you got Marcus Morris from the Morris, twins jammed up on fraud as well. So what are we doing?
Look, the Marcus twins, I'm not favorable with them in general. They went to KU.
I remember they used to play together on the Suns, and it was this whole thing when they split them up because they
I mean the same thing, they beat up their mentor too. Because he was hollering at their mama, which is a whole different thing. And then they try to act like it wasn't them. They came to one of his like high school games to fight him in a Bentley with 5 deep in a Bentley. And then said it wasn't them.
Listen, I just pray that
they went to KU. I'm cool on them.
Oh yeah, you got beef.
I'm cool on them.
Yes, all I ask is that a mama's boy never finds me, because them are different people.
I mean,
it's true because you're not one.
Yeah, look. And I don't want nothing to happen to bad that brother before anybody. I don't want nothing to happen bad to him, but I'm just saying I'm indifferent.
Okay.
It's only a couple of KU guys I care about. If that even. But Gilbert Arenas, man, like I don't think he should just be quiet, man. He coming out of court talking about I'm finna snitch and stuff like that. You're playing with the prosecution. You're playing with the feds. They already, man, whoever comes up next that's black for these fed major name with fed charges, watch out.
Look,
Just
see,
play the game.
here's the thing that's gonna get him jammed up. These ain't Negroes that are his co-conspirators.
That's true.
They are we're not gonna say what they are. Just think Kanye West.
I mean, we already
Rock with us, but they're also Russian. So you doing stuff with the Russian mob that could really get your head knocked off. So not that Negroes wouldn't do it, but it's different from playing with Cortez and Quantrell in your basement, and y'all got something happened, y'all gonna duke it out. But this is espionage. Like, what are you doing? So speaking of Marcus Morris, he was arrested last week in Florida. He made a court appearance concerning a case where prosecutors allege he owed $265,000 to 2 Las Vegas casinos after bouncing checks to pay off those markers. While the official charges for fraud, Morris has steadily denied that there was any malice or fraud involved. So, yeah. They're also saying that he spoke on it. I ain't reading that. It's a lot of cuss words and a lot of blanks. But I'm trying to find the original because they were saying that he was saying that he had paid the money back. And so I'm gonna have to just these websites, they get you. I'm gonna have to, as a journalist, I'm gonna have to start subscribing to the LA Times. It's not that expensive, but you only get so many free articles. Mm-hmm. And so it's annoying. But yeah, so he said that he paid it back. This is all a misunderstanding. And yeah, because they held him for in jail for 2 days without bond. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't let him bond out. So, man, this is what do y'all be doing? And who are these people? Okay, there you go. There she go.
I do want to give some props though, even though we talking about this, I want to give a shout out to CC Sabathia, brother I met when I was living in New York, played for the Yankees, just got inducted to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. And I'm talking about this is a good brother from Compton, I believe. He's from the Bay. Okay. But like regular brother, like super was cool, man. Like I am proud to see him make the MLB Hall of Fame, man. So I do want to give CC props though, man. I ain't seen you in a long time, CC, man. But man, props to you though, man. Props to you though. Good all around brother, man. Good all around brother.
Congratulations,
man. Yeah, shout out to CC Sabathia, man. All right, Dom. We gonna get back. We got a lot of crazy shit, man. All right. So Shannon Sharpe is let go from ESPN for after he settled. But Jason, the brother, hold on, I got it. Child here. Yes, what's up? I'm in the middle of my show. Oh, okay, all right. Go. I will be done. All right, you chill out. You stay. You can go in there. Sorry, everybody. This is child rearing 101. All right. No. So the brother Jason. Hold on. What's his last name? I keep forgetting his last name. I got him saved in my notes here. I seen him all the time. I just can't get it offhand. This is from my brother Jason Wilson. Sorry, Jason Wilson. Appreciate the brother. Him discussing some of the issues with Shannon Sharpe, with all this kind of drama and all the things going on with men in general that we've seen.
Although I wasn't surprised ESPN fired Shannon Sharpe, I am troubled by a pattern I keep seeing. Whether you're in the spotlight or not, men are rising to prominence, then falling. Not because they lack talent, but because they lack sexual self-control. Even in the streets, if someone wanted to set up a drug dealer, they didn't send the hitman first. They sent a woman. Why? Because the average man is enslaved by lust, and he will go wherever an attractive woman leads him. For it is even written, she seduced him with her flattery, and he followed her like an ox to the slaughter, not knowing it would cost him his life. My brothers, when your manhood is anchored to your libido, you're always one temptation away from losing everything. Unfortunately, some men won't hear the warning until they've already lost it all.
All right, Dom, I'm gonna let you go first on this.
It's so interesting because not too long ago I was talking to my mom about men and sexual discipline because our parents are from a different time and generation where there's a lot of patriarchal, misogynistic, misogynoir views that are indoctrined in them, where it comes back to women where it's our fault, or if women just would do. And I was like, and I told her, I said, no, or if men would have sexual discipline. And I said, we see this time and time again where we listen. Anthony Edwards is a prime example of a lack of sexual discipline. We talk about him all the time, all the women that are coming out, and we see it's the same age-old story where it's somebody, oh, I slept with this person, or this person is sneaking a picture of somebody in their bed, and it's just like, oh, if I didn't get a picture, if I don't tell the internet, that means it never happened. Where it's just like there's so many ways to maneuver and operate and just be low-key. Everybody, but we live in the society of where everybody wants to be a star. And that creates this space for all of this chaos that a lot of people experience, and they bring it upon themselves. When we talk about, think about all the stuff that happens with Trey Songz, another person, lack of sexual discipline, where you consistently in court getting sued because somebody ended up, changing their mind and telling you no and relinquish that consent. And then you still, coerce them into a situation that they don't want to be in. No. So now he's talking about rape. You know what I mean? So I think it's a time, we always push things back on women. We talk about slut shaming and all this stuff, but it's a double standard when it comes to that. And men have to figure out how to be in control of their bodies, their hormones, all of that, just like women bear that, the responsibility, because society has put that on us because, again, of how everything was set up. And I think they talk about that a lot on, it's funny, I don't know if anybody watches Big Mouth, and they talk like, and these kids, these horny kids, but you go through kind of the different stages of their lives, but then they talk about this one part where it's like edging, where it's like, but you're being able to control this eruption and then like walking away from it and being able to do whatever. But I think when we talk about consent, sex, all these different things, I think we're really going to enter a realm where it has to be controlled. And I'm just going to leave it at that. And I know that for some people that takes the fun out of the situation, but in a controlled environment, that still gives you a level of discernment where you have more to lose than somebody else. And you could get a career-ending injury at your young age. You're projected to be this big, the next big thing. You're the next big thing. And that one career we've seen it happen time and time again. Like Derrick Rose never played the same after that first injury. People say that even about like a KD or who else got injured. They said it took a while for like Russell Westbrook to bounce back, and like so many other players, where it's just like when we talk about branding and the importance of that, your whole package deal, where a lot of people feel like, oh, this is Shannon lost all this money to prove that he wasn't gay, he should have just been gay. I don't necessarily believe that he's gay. I'm just gonna say that I don't think that he might have necessarily dated, or though his audience is a certain demographic, I don't think that those are the women that he necessarily were entertaining, as you can see from this situation. So I think it's one of those things where everybody has to be smarter. And if you know that you are in a space where your bread and butter because from his podcast and ESPN, he made more money doing that than he did when he was in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And so you lost a chunk of that. Fox Sports will call him in like a year or two. And he still has his podcast. I don't know what that'll look like from a sponsorship standpoint, but it's also, y'all have to just be smarter about what the fuck you doing. Because everybody nowadays is looking for an easy way to get and secure the bag. And sorry, men with money, y'all will always and forever be a walking target.
Mm.
And that's just what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely get what Brother Jason Wilson's saying overall, and it's very, very true. We gotta have better dick control, man. That's all of us.
Just how you told us we gotta have better pussy management.
Mm-hmm.
The truth, the both can be true. Better dick management and better pussy management.
And that's all of us, men. It ain't just Shannon Sharpe either, man. It's all
not. But he just took a huge L, and like I told y'all that one time, I said, "Damn, you had to pay this girl out, all this money." But then you told your daughter you was only gonna give her XYZ. And I think the crazy thing about all of this, and we continuously have been seeing this come up when this lawsuit dropped, and even kind of prior after the whole thing happened where he accidentally went live, where it was like what everybody said to him. You had 3 different people publicly telling you what you needed to be doing, how you should have been dating, and how this could have been prevented. And, they say that, God works in mysterious ways and shows up, and sometimes he speaks to you through people. Mm-hmm. He did that, and you did not adhere to the warning. And so a hard head make a soft ass behind, and here you are. He'll recover.
Yeah, no. Shannon will be fine, man. He's a good talent. He's a talented dude, man. But it's just like, man, because he had $100 million deal on the table for his podcast, had the ESPN thing. He had the Cat Williams thing go viral. He was there. Mm-hmm. And low key ESPN, we thought they might have gave him a dip after the thing with the, like you said, with the Instagram live thing on accident or whatever.
And to be honest, that's probably the only reason why they let him go, is because you already had a strike. And now you're a liability now with this lawsuit, whether you did it or not. You're a liability at this moment.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, but we gotta have. I mean, we have that better, like I tell better pussy management, better dick management, man. And that's on. Like I said, that one's on us. I mean, that's us as men, and there's nothing wrong with us men being critiqued. And I know sometimes brothers don't like being critiqued, and always like, what about the women? This is talking about how we are. And yeah, of course, the woman maybe has set them up and did them dirty, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. But you only can get jammed up with somebody that you end up jamming with.
Yep. That's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, in this circumstance, you only get jammed up if he wouldn't have been jamming with this young lady, he wouldn't have got jammed up. If he'd have got him an old any young lady, get him a nice little 43, 44-year-old seasoned vet out here. Not saying he wouldn't have got jammed up, but it'd been less likely she'd just been doing his taxes for him and not doing nothing else to him, and just telling him how much he needed to do some other stuff with his money, instead of trying to take his money, because she sent him like a lick. She stopped. She retired from OnlyFans.
Yeah,
like yo. And I know I heard them, we don't know. There's so many different ranges of money. I've heard everything from $5 million to $23 million. I don't know. Even if it was $100,000, it was too much.
Yeah. At this point, it's this the lesson. A lot of the stuff that's been happening, if people are not paying attention, you deserve to get what's coming to you, because you have to be smarter. You have to be smarter.
Yeah,
you spending your whole life, savings, paying off of somebody because you got caught slipping. Is it ever worth it? Because that post-nut clarity always come through. I hear about it. We be having it too. So y'all got to do better.
All right. Next up, Dom. I want to play this for you. This is a clip from, and this is going a little bit old school for my old school players out there that love Lisa and Nicole Jam. If you've seen the movie, if you understand out, like for me as a kid, the first 4 crushes I had was Ray Dawn Chong, Lisa, Iman, and Prince's protege that was in I can't remember her name now. Why am I tripping? If I've seen Crush Groove, you know the young lady from Crush Groove. Love. She did the song Love Bizarre, all that stuff. Her name might be Lisa too. Hold on.
You speaking languages I don't know nothing about.
I know. Sheila E. Sorry, y'all. Sheila E. Those are the first top 4 crushes as a young kid in the early 80s, coming up, seeing Beach Street and all that stuff. That was, some of my first ones, along with a host of others. But those are the ones I'm thinking about offhand. But Lisa movie came out. I was like, yo, I want to see the Lisa movie on Lifetime. I don't watch the movies. I watched that one and I watched the Salt and Pepper one. Those only 2 Lifetime movies, autobiography movies I watched. Both of them had controversies, as we found out. Supposedly, Tretch was upset about all the things that he was showing in there. And he was like, me and her had just talked about this, that you weren't going to talk about that, because he had sued her for her book, I think. And she took some stuff out of her book, Pepper's book. Either here nor there. Full Force, who wrote all her stuff, was not mentioned in the movie at all. Like, they never existed. And they produced, and Full Force, if I remember, is them from House Party. The 3 brothers, they're actually real brothers that kick your fucking ass. That's Full Force. They also did Ain't My Type of Hype. They wrote All Cried Out for Lisa, which they're singing on there as well. So this is them talking about it, man. And it was interesting to me, and I'll tell y'all why in a second.
Well, it was some time ago, but the Lisa documentary or biopic, you guys not being included in it, people were really upset about that. How did you guys feel personally, though? Because you guys have been in all the videos and
right. So I'll speak on this. As far as the movie, we weren't in it. It's their movie. Tony and Lisa, they executive produced it. Cult Jam now was in it, and the Cult Jam was mentioned. Cult Jam wasn't down with all of that because nobody came to Cult Jam. Even though in interviews they said, well, Cult Jam in Full Force, everybody's confused. That was the reasoning. They said that they didn't mention Full Force because people would get confused with Cult Jam and Full Force. And that's why they did it, which was kind of...
as a collective, we all have different personalities, the 3 of us, but we come together. Yeah. I'm a little bit more direct in your face, so
we wanted to still do a reunion.
We did a show. we did a show, and when they asked us a question, I said, to quote my dear brother Bernie in heaven, some shit just don't make no motherfucking sense. I said it on stage because it was bullshit. Okay, that's what it was. How can you do something like that without us? Yeah. Okay, but I understand what they did, but it was just bullshit.
Being that Lisa, the whole thing that was a concept of mine. The whole thing to bring that into fruition. Oh yeah,
the biopic.
Lisa, period.
Oh,
yeah.
To bring a Spanish girl to be Lisa. We already had the song written already. Take You Home.
So let me ask you a question. Y'all had all of those records done already?
Oh yeah,
all of them, head to toe.
No,
not all.
No, Head to Toe came late. That was on the second album.
Okay,
but
the song that we had
Take You Home.
was we had Take You Home.
Right.
Okay,
I had Take You Home and Can You Feel the Beat.
Okay,
we had that before we had the artists.
Right.
Wow. Because
that's
crazy. Wow.
And the sound.
I knew what I wanted. I knew that I wanted a Hispanic young lady who echoed New York. Right. Because I auditioned to quite a few people, and I was like, nah. And then Mike from Cult Jam, he rang my bell one day and said, B, man, I heard you're looking for a Hispanic young lady that could sing. I think I got this girl. And he said, and I'm thinking maybe, if you like her, maybe we could be like a group. I got Al, Al? I said, yeah, I know Al. And me, and it could be this thing called Cult Jam. Now the deal is, I never was going to use the group called Cult Jam, but our co-manager said, well, how about if it works, we use, Lisa and Cult Jam. And he came up with the name, how about if we call her Lisa? And I went nuts.
Who did you say was the co-main?
His name is Steve Salem.
May he rest in peace.
And he came up with that name. We got out the car. We started South Side and said, it sounds so Spanish, like Lisa. And he was right. It was perfect.
So yeah, Full Force. If it wasn't for Full Force, there wouldn't be no Lisa. But B right from the jump knew that he wanted to be a Latin girl.
All right, Dom. And I mean, if anything y'all know about freestyle music, that's that sound of like that. If y'all remember K7, like come baby, come, like that's that style. Do you remember that song by Case? You don't remember K7? Oh,
I'm only 38.
But K7 is in 90s though.
I don't know, and maybe I would have
it's a style of like it's really.
I was like, it sounded like you were singing Heavy D to me.
No. K7. It's kind of
maybe I was confused.
Freestyle. It's called freestyle, like R&B freestyle, like music. It's a style like an offset of R&B that was based in New York, kind of like a dance, more like a dance kind of feel.
Okay.
Or whatnot, but like Lisa was like Lisa was big, man. And to think that you did a whole movie and the cats that produced all your music you didn't mention them, which is wild to me.
But that happens all the time. Like think about like Missy Elliott's career. Think about the lady that was really singing on CNC Music Factory, who was like white. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we see that happen time and time again. I don't think there'll be any confusion. I just think about it from a Hollywood aesthetic standpoint, and we see this happen to people that look more,
But the thing, the crazy part, her manager and his other executive producer, she looked like us too.
but it's the money thing.
Yeah, but I think,
like I said, like you like, so that means you wrote this biopic or biopic, depending on who you're talking to. Yeah. And that means that your success is not true. The story that you told is not true because the people that brought you your success and that's responsible is not a part of it. So what do you have to say? And Cole Jam, they're more ambiguously interesting and soft on the eyes. That's all. We see this story. It's not shocking at all. I'm not shocked at all.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, and if I remember, I don't think they could play most of her music in the movie. And it was weird. The movie was about her and her manager, Tony Minaj is her name. And she didn't become her manager till later on. It was like a weird thing of like, basically you made a movie with your manager about your life. Like it was weird. It was super weird. And it was just like, okay. Because Cult Jam was barely in there. It was Lisa and the Cult Jam. They was barely in there too. And they was the music cats in the background,
So what was this movie focused on?
Lisa and her manager.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was. And I need.
That's really weird.
Because I need Lifetime to do a little bit better.
Is there a love story that we missing?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that at all. But if you do your Googles right quick and look up Tony Minaj, you can figure it out for yourself.
Okay. I'm looking it
Not
up.
saying it is. I don't know. I'm just saying. But also, I do think Lifetime needs to be better with this. This is not the first time Lifetime them did some bullshit like this. Like I said, they did it.
They always do that.
They did. Didn't the Aaliyah movie was like that? The Toni Braxton movie was like that. Like,
oh wow.
What? Oh, you did your Googles. You did your Googles. I see, huh? You did your Googles. But Full Force is one of them cats, man. I've always super have respect for. I always have respect for people that can be front of the scenes, and behind as well, and like especially them with how much they produced, like they're criminally underrated, man, of like how much they have produced. So I'm just gonna run through some random stuff because I like to educate people on this. So UTFO, Roxanne, you know Roxanne.
I do
They
know
produced
that.
They did.
I don't think I ever really realized from watching House Party that was
Full Force.
Yeah. It never crossed my mind.
Do you remember when Jasmine Guy had that one hit song "Try Me"?
Oh, I forgot about all of that. I'm about to look up. What NSYNC song did they produce? Was it Girlfriend?
I Just Want to Be With You. And they did Backstreet Boys, All I Have to Give.
Now that is my jam. I was listening to the Backstreet Boys the other day. I'm determined to go and see them at the Sphere. Y'all ridiculous with these resale prices.
Look, Thanks for My Child. They did that for Cheryl Pepsi Riley. If y'all remember when women that was the beginning of, that was pre Superwoman by Karen White. It was like the prequel to Karen White's Superwoman.
Okay.
God, Thanks for My Child by Cheryl Pepsi Riley. So y'all got to go back with that one, Cheryl Pepsi Riley.
You really your age.
Look here.
Well, she came up.
This is when
I was.
And we ain't that much difference in age. This is
when I looked up the Tony Minaj.
Mm-hmm.
So her name is like related to or something like So I was like, oh okay, not related to, but like you may enjoy looking up this person.
Yeah, like the other people you need to know, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did James Brown comeback album and part of his album in '88. I mean, like that song, Jasmine Guy song, Try Me. That was the best Jasmine Guy song if you want to look it up.
So they're out here eating. That's good.
Yeah. And low key, we talked about it earlier. They discovered Nicki Minaj. Originally, their son was in a group with them before, and they the one that put her on. They might have some of her early publishing, low key.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Yeah, maybe not all of Full Force, but I know Boogaloo Lou, which was the shorter one, the one that kicked the fucking ass. The shorter one.
Yeah.
His son is the one she was signed to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it takes it back.
It's so crazy how people get like how Lady Gaga is discovered, got discovered by Vince.
Mm-hmm.
Tamar Braxton ex-husband. So it's just like weird how all of that stuff be happening.
Yeah, man. I mean, they did that thing, man, and the props to them. Whatnot. All right, Dom. What's going on with this? Parents left the child without a visa.
Listen, just as we wrapping up.
Yeah.
It's not funny, y'all. I just want to say it's not funny, but it's for sure.
It's weird.
It's interesting to say the least. So, parents ditched their 10-year-old child at a Barcelona airport. So they would have missed their flight, realizing his documentation was expired. So Spanish airport staff were stunned this week after a couple reportedly left their 10-year-old child son behind at the Barcelona El Prat airport, where when they found out his passport had expired and chose to board their flight anyway. According to reports, the family was attempting to travel internationally when staff noticed the boy's Spanish ID was invalid and he had no valid visa to board. Rather than delay their trip or find a way to resolve the issue, the parents allegedly told airline staff that a relative would come and pick him up and proceeded to catch their flight with their younger child, leaving the 10-year-old alone in the airport terminal. The situation became even more public after flight operations coordinator identified only as Lillian posted a TikTok video describing the ordeal as completely surreal. She said the airport staff and police couldn't believe what was happening, and neither could social media. Her video went viral quickly, with many people calling for child endangerment charges. Eventually, the couple was removed from their flight and taken to the police station, where they were reunited with their son. Their 6 suitcases were also taken off the plane. So far, it was unclear whether any legal action had been taken against the parent or if an investigation is ongoing. They was like true definition of F them kids, though they still had the other one with them.
And it was like, look, it sucks to be you, pimp.
But like y'all was like,
home,
your
it's
grandma is coming to pick him up, so we gonna just get on our flight. Y'all watch him. The grandma is on the way. Like that's so funny. Like it is not funny. It's wildly unbelievable, but it's stuff like this. Because people could get on TikTok and say anything. People do that all the time. But this is so crazy that it is believable. Like something like this will happen. I can see this happening.
Hey man, we're getting horrible as people. Now, you know what? I always try to push back when we always try to say like these times are worse because maybe it was motherfuckers doing this before Dom, and we just didn't know because of media and exposure to stuff. It might have been some parents back in '89 that did this to their kid and just came back and got them.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's one of those things where you just kind of gotta in the defense, it's not like they was like, oh, we just gonna leave you here. Y'all call for reinforcements, y'all call y'all family. So I'm not mad at it, but y'all could have waited until your kid got picked up. And they could have put you on the next flight, or y'all could have left the next day.
The next
but
day.
Where were you going where you needed a visa and he didn't even have a visa? Because it's not, oh, you get either or. Like you have to have a passport wherever you travel, and some places require visas. So how did you not have any of that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because it'd be one thing if you had a visa and it was the proper paperwork. But I know in the States, if you are 6 months from your passport expiring, they won't even let you travel.
Yeah, you're right.
And you didn't have a visa, so you ain't even try. He ain't have a state ID. I mean, he wouldn't have. I don't know if that's, like, I don't think that's a thing everywhere. But I mean, because there are certain things that you could do, like to accommodate. Like there's emergency places. I'm pretty sure they have that in Spain.
Oh, 100% they do.
And y'all was just like, you know what, we just gonna try. But you ain't even have the proper documentation for him to go where y'all was going. Y'all really dropped the ball. Y'all are probably kind of shitty parents.
What do you mean they probably kind of shitty? They are. What do you mean?
You're right.
What do you mean, kind of? you shorty. Like,
that's wild.
Before we get out, we did have somebody emailing us asking before we get out what music we've been listening to, because we already talking about music. What are you listening to as we wrap up? Like, what are you listening to now? Not new. And next week, y'all, I wanted to come in here listen to Lemonade. I will be watching next week. I will get my full review of the album Lemonade next week. Hot off the presses. Never listened to it a day in my life. We'll be listening to Lemonade next
week. And he texted me about it, so I believe him. Yeah. But I told him to watch.
I got to watch it. Right. I found a bootleg copy because I'm not.
Yeah, I was like, watch the visuals.
Yeah, I'm not paying for title for. I got a bootleg copy. So
like, what new artists or like what songs?
No, new music you listen to. Period.
In it, but the artist doesn't have to be new.
No, the artist doesn't have to be new. It could be anybody.
Okay. I mean, outside of clips, I listened to Tyler the Creator's album once. It didn't resonate with me, but I want to give it another listen. There's this girl, of course, Coco, of the group Flow that I love. They have a song with Kate Trinata that's fire, but there's this girl named like Cherry, but it's like CHXRRY, and she got this song called Popping Out. And then parentheses is called Mistakes, and then she say the opening line is crying over niggas ain't allowed is the opening line to that song. Being a heartbroken bitch is out of style.
Okay.
The city ain't seen me in a while.
So this is a very aggressive album.
So it's just a feel good song. So it's bomb. So, and I feel like the song is kind of old, but I'm interested to see my Spotify rap list for this year because it's kind of all over the place. It's funny because like I told y'all, I've been listening to Backstreet Boys, just like getting in my nostalgia feelings. But Mariah Carey got the song with Shanisa and Kalani called Sugar Sweet that I like. But Mariah Carey, her first
is that you said who? Kalani and who?
It's Mariah Carey, Kalani, and Shanisa.
Okay.
Or Shanicia.
I'm thinking about I was thinking about it's a song that's similar to that with the Coco Jones and BJ Chicago Kid gonna get a song like that too, right? Like something like that, something like similar title, right?
I don't know. Hold on. I don't know. I didn't know they had a song together.
Who?
Coco Jones and BJ the Chicago Kid.
They ain't got no son together. She ain't got no kids.
You just said that.
No, I said a song, not a son.
Song. I know, not a son.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. I thought you said a son. I was like, what?
It's
no,
not coming
right.
up.
They do have a song. Yes.
You sure that's not the song with JoJo?
No, it's
Oh, Spend the Night. That's what it's called. Spend the Night.
It's called.
I'm telling you, it's called Spend the Night.
It's another one too. I thought.
I don't think I listened to that.
Yeah, it's that one, and I thought it was another one too. Oh, it might be something else though. Hold on, let me see.
And Always Alex Isley. She got the song called Mike.
Oh yeah, that new Alex Isley is fly.
Yeah, Alex Isley. That's what I'm listening to. I do like that. Spotify, like I said, like, y'all know I love a good shuffle. You know, like they introduce you to new artists. They'll create playlists for you based off of things that you listening to. I like that girl Sailor too.
I'm thinking it's with BJ Chicago Kid and Chloe called Honey. Sorry, my bad. Keep going.
But you know who needs to drop a project that hasn't dropped a project? Like give us like a cute little EP real quick. Is her. Where have you been, girl? She was like, I'm like EGOT status. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't mad at her though. She can chill for a second.
That's cool, but I need a track or two. Just like I said, like a little short EP.
Yeah, I mean, I've been listening to that new Jane Hancock is super dope. If anybody knows that she's on Death Row.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist Alfredo 2 is popping. I've been listening to Raekwon, The Emperor's New Clothes. I've been listening to Terrace Martin and Kenyon Dixon.
Yeah, that song is dope.
Yeah, Nick Grant, we talked about that previously. Nia Smith, which I've been trying to put you on. Another artist named Nona Guy, super dope. Another R&B chick named Jazz Carreras.
If we had a group, y'all should tell us like what would our vibe be? Would it be like D would be like a rapper, or would he be doing spoken word? I don't really care about spoken word like that, but would you be like
because I'd be on some deep crates of stuff, random stuff.
And then vocally, like what would it? Because like we know it would be R&B, but would it be like neo soul? Would it be like alt R&B?
They probably alt R&B.
I probably have to be alt R&B because we fucking weirdos.
Yeah, R&B. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, that
it would have to be. But man, where can people hit you up at, Dom?
Y'all can hit me up wherever you social network at St. Angeles, except for Twitter.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, St. Angeles everywhere, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't be posting.
I'm getting back in my. I'm gonna get back in my candle bag too. Like I gotta figure that out.
Yeah, no. You know, hey, look,
I'm burning the candle now that I made like for my sister. You know, because like I was just burning the oil. She's like, "Oh, that would smell good as a candle." So I like, and it's a rose scented candle, but it smells fire. Like it smells like fresh cut roses, literally. Like, and y'all know I love a good rose, like a white rose. So yeah.
All right, well, man. Well, thank y'all for listening as always. We will see y'all next week. Peace.